Welcome back to another episode of Inword News. It's your boy Dre. This next story is trigger warning all over. So if you want to skip ahead, Noah's got the timestamp somewhere on the screen. If you don't want to skip ahead, out of respect for a lot of people involved and the sensitivity of the subject, I don't have Noah edit stuff like this. So no matter what he puts, it won't be something graphic that you won't want to see or will make you turn it off. The little girl whose remains were found 11 years ago has finally been identified. Apparently she was a little black girl that was 6 years old when she was killed. Her autopsy showed that she had been abused and physically healed and abused some more. Like, they saw signs of healing from her broken bones and like all kinds of stuff. So it wasn't just like she was murdered brutally. It was she had been abused for a while, had been healing from said abuse, and then was murdered. So the little girl was basically living in hell before she died at 6 years old. Her body was so beaten and broken that they couldn't identify her for the longest time. With the new use of technology, they found out who she was, who her parents were, and who killed her. So her dad and stepmom were responsible for her death, and they never reported her missing for 11 years. The wildest part of the story is apparently this girl's mother had been paying child support and trying to win custody of her daughter the whole time. So, like, can you imagine trying to get custody of your kid and you're paying, like, you really want your child and you're not getting anything, you're not getting any closer, you're not getting any further in the situation, just to find out your child has been dead for 11 years? Like, she never had a chance to see her kid again. She didn't even know that. She had no idea because the dad and stepmom killed this baby. Never reported her missing. They were living life as if the baby was still there. He was military. He was Navy, so he's getting extra money on his extra money on his paychecks as a dependent, BH, all that. He's getting extra money for this child that's no longer with us. This man was literally profiting off his child, plus the child support. This man, so this isn't even like he did it and forgot. Like, this man was getting constant reminders that he's a piece of That baby would have turned 11 or would have turned 17 this year. Would have been starting her senior year of high school. Less somber news. This is more kind of funny, but it's still kind of bad. In Paulding County, a bus driver just got suspended because she was slapped by a parent during her bus route. Apparently, I don't know this because I don't have kids. Apparently, you got to show your ID when picking up your kid from the bus now. This is to prevent, kidnapping and unwanted people getting your kids. Apparently, one of the mothers didn't have ID, so the bus driver just wouldn't give her child. That's good in terms of the bus driver, bad for the parent, because imagine looking at your kid and somebody telling you can't have your child. Imagine somebody you don't know that's not family is telling you can't have your child because you don't have proof that it's your kid. Like, your kid obviously knows you're the mother. Like, the kid's like, yeah, it's like, nope, no ID, can't get the kid. The woman got mad and assaulted the bus driver, so the bus driver just sat down and drove back to the school. I don't know if she finished her route and dropped off the other kids, or if she was just like, this is a safety concern. This woman could follow me to the next stop, so she just went back to the school. But yeah, this turned to a full fiasco because the woman didn't have her ID on her, and the bus driver wouldn't give her her kid. So the bus driver did the right thing, because I don't know you. You can say that's your kid. I don't know. I was told to check IDs. Cool, whatever. I get that. I understand. But like I said, you not giving me my child is going to make me mad. That's going to cause some problems. Give me my baby. But yeah, so it's crazy that the bus driver got suspended because she was assaulted. When you see the video, the bus driver didn't even like slap her back or yell. Like, she got slapped and just went, sat down, and it's okay. Close the bus. Tennessee State University just got $250 million out of an owed $544 million owed by the state of Tennessee. Apparently, many states with HBCUs are violating the Second Moral Act of 1890. The act is the states got to match the numbers put up by HBCUs to provide funding for programs like for the school. The states have not been doing that, I guess. So there's a lot of HBCUs that is owed money, and Tennessee, I guess, was the first one to get their money. That's a little under half. Getting $250 million by a state and still being owed another, let's see, 250, 294 million. Like, bro, that's a lot of money. And then the other states got that. Come on. That's going to be amazing. Finally, these HBCUs can hopefully do right by their students and their buildings and whatnot. A Florida man was arrested and given 8 years in prison because he used his PPP loans to buy a $4.9 million house or a mansion. It's not a house. Yeah. He also got some luxury cars to go to his luxury home. And, you know, this isn't even like a normal Florida man story. I just put it in here because they're acting like this dude is like he's the one PPP abuser. Like, bro, don't until you get like 15 people arrested at one time for PPP loan fraud. And 15 is still like a low number, but I like this one Florida guy is like the problem. Nah, this I shouldn't even know about this as news because this should be so common. I remember when the Power Rangers got in trouble for that. Alec Baldwin and that armorer that got them people shot and that lady killed instead of Russ like last year. They've now been charged with involuntary manslaughter. One of them should for sure get manslaughter. I don't care which one, but you know, they put loaded rounds into a gun and then nobody double checked it and they shot somebody. They shot multiple people. Like, bro, honestly, that first shot should have felt off. When you squeeze that trigger that first time, it should have had a lot more kick. Like, oh, that felt a little heavy. And then when somebody dropped, when you use your gun and then somebody falls, it should have been immediately stopped for like, yo, what was that? Pow, 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 pow. Nah, man. Manslaughter is still involuntary. So saying involuntary manslaughter, like manslaughter is an accidental death. So involuntary accidental death, that's like accident. Nah, man. Some parts of this was intentional. Now on to the hiring segment. Priority Exposure is a creative services company. They help you prioritize your exposure. Graphics, flyers, decorations for like big events. They help you set up and stuff like that. So if you got something that you wanted to expose, hit up Priority Exposures, where you're our top priority. LA Raw Inc. is a LA-based clothing company. They got all kinds of cool stuff. Of course, I saw them on Gail Bean, so now they're in here because Gail promotes black businesses almost as much as I do. She just has a much farther reach. But yeah, they got like a bunch of cool clothes. They got like sweatpants and stuff, t-shirts, hoodies, pants. I saw some of this stuff. Like, I see so many cool black businesses that I really need to start buying from because at one point I want my entire closet to be black owned. But, you know, until I can afford that, hey, LA Raw, hook your boy up. I'll rock your stuff out here in Georgia on the East Coast. I got you. Swing it my way, playboy. Marked by Lex is an event coordinator. They have the decorations, the setup, the stuff, everything you need to like have an event. I think they have venues as well. So if you're planning something, baby shower, birthday party, you just want to, celebrate the release of your new cartoon. They got, table coverings, chairs, tables, places, decorations, balloons, streamers, all that. So if you want to, mark your territory, hit up Lex. Dessert Fix is just that. It's a company that gives you your dessert fix. They got all kinds of custom cakes and treats and sweets and all the good stuff that makes your teeth hurt. They had one. I saw it. I wasn't sure if it was a cup covered in sugar, like it was like a cool drink, or if it was one of those cups that look like a drink, but it's really just a cake. I didn't click it, so I don't know. So that's my little Schrodinger's Instagram post. But yeah, if you like desserts and sweets and cakes and cookies and brownies and what's it? What do they call them? They're brownies and is it crookies? Brookies. I think it's Brookies. But yeah, when they put cookies inside the brownie, yeah, all that, hit them all up. They're custom. I'm sure they can do all of that. Chocolate covered fruits and whatnot. Get at them. Get your dessert fix today. That's it for your boy. See you guys next week.